Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to Virtual Strangers 79. I'm your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend Roots. Roots, how's this day been treating you so far?
Frazzled. I was just telling you, I was all frazzled, man. Like, I had all sorts of things going on, just going wrong for me this morning. But we made it work, and it's Sunday, so we're here. I'm
Ad
excited.
libbing, huh? Throwing the duct tape on it and going with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I just felt like everything just dropped at once, and then I was trying to rush. And I think it was the fact that I fell asleep and then woke up about 15, 20 minutes before the show. I had most of it ready, but I was like, oh shit, I didn't have anything set up. And yeah, it was crazy, but now I can calm down. We're here, and we're good. I don't even have the stream up, so I can't talk to anybody. I got to do that as well. And so
You
yeah,
sound like you're having one of my normal days. And
yeah.
it's funny
Usually,
too because this is like the most prepared I've ever been. Like I'm getting shit done early, got the show notes out to the Patreon like a whole day ahead of time, and I'm ready to go. And then now Roots is taking my usual spot of trying to pull the stream up as we're doing the show.
yeah. I don't know what was going on. So that's all right though. Everything's good now. Everything's calmed down, and now I'm good to go.
Everything's great now, Roots. Oculus Quest 2 coming this week. Fingers crossed. I haven't got a ship date yet, but it's supposed to be here this week.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. I was just looking at my stuff online for Amazon, and mine's coming on Tuesday. My Quest 2, bro, and it's not shipped yet. I
That's
mean, where
weird.
is this infamous headset that it can be here by Tuesday? And I don't know. Are they looking forward to shipping overnight, or are they just like? Is it like in probably a whole bunch in every state? I would imagine maybe Denver has X amount of headsets, and Amazon is just spreading its tentacles through the world, man. I feel like they really grew during this pandemic, and they just got a lot of stuff going on all over the United States that they didn't have before. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's probably what the situation is. You've probably got an Amazon warehouse somewhere close to you, and that's probably where it's at.
Yeah, well, as long as it gets here, because Radio Run was telling me he gets his Wednesday, so it was set for the 14th, and then I looked into my email and it said it was originally set to come on the 15th, but it'll be here on the 13th. And I was like, for a second there, as I was reading it, I had a 2020 moment where I was like, oh, fuck, that's bullshit. Oh, because I thought it was saying it's coming on the 15th. I was like, no, man, Tuesday. I was told Tuesday, not Thursday. I want it Tuesday, Wes. So,
Well, dude, I want it Tuesday as well. Is it the 13th or the 14th? The thing's supposed to launch. I don't even remember.
13th, Tuesday.
So it's supposed to come on Tuesday. As I checked mine yesterday, and as of yesterday, I don't have a tracking number. And I ordered mine from Oculus within like 5 minutes of them going on sale. I had mine ordered.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping that they're going to be sending mine from in state, which is actually a possibility because I ordered a replacement headset from them once and and it came from Louisville, I think. So, which is like 2 hours from here. So, if
Okay.
that's the case, if it's coming from there, then we should be good. Otherwise, I'm going to be upset, dude. I've been waiting forever for this thing to get here, and if I
Hmm.
have to wait even an extra day, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, see, listen to me. I'm getting impatient because I want my wireless headset. I want a wireless experience, or I want maybe a better graphical experience. You just want PCVR, man. You're like
Right, right.
you've been without for a long time, and it's you've still had that VR presence, but there's just a lot of things you can't do. Like phasmophobia. You can't be a ghost hunter, man. That's got to be like just pulling at you, right?
There you go, man. And I'm looking at it right now. It says processing for shipping still. This is what it said for days. And they charged my credit card like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. And it's been stuck on processing for shipping since then. Yeah, they better, it better be in Louisville or I'm going to burn their Louisville warehouse down, I think.
Yeah, well, it is 2020. That's a knee jerk reaction. Totally feasible. in
It's
2020.
probably already burning down, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, chat filling out nicely. The fam is here. Roots Onakazi's in the house. Swift's. I never quite know how to pronounce Swift's name, so we'll just call Swift Swift. DLG in the house. Gamer Chick in the house. Ray Pope, Void Citizen, Les Mardwick, Jim Hall, Hussein X, Roots. They're all here.
Wow, Jim Hall's here. We were, last night was streaming, and he told me I need to get off early, because I got to get up early to go to the gym with my daughter, like 7 a.m. or something. And then so we finished streaming early, and then so I was just talking, and we started watching some like clips. Actually, I took the people through the Patreon, what they get as a Patreon person. I showed them the thing. We looked at a bunch of videos of different VR games coming out, right? Actually went to Anthony's game rankings. I love the way that website's set up. But and then it was like 2 hours later, Jim Hall's still sitting there talking. And then he's like, Roots, I told you I had to go to bed early. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you sitting here talking to me for, bro? But nah, it's good times, man. I'm glad Jim Hall still got up early in the morning after such a late night.
Jim Hall was not technically capable of sleeping in, bro.
Yeah, I can't either. I went to bed late and I still woke up at 7, so.
And then I can't get up early, which actually yesterday was the exception for that. For whatever reason, I woke up early, and instead of going back to bed, I decided to do all the show prep yesterday. So prepared, Roots, like never before.
Oh, good. You said you were going to get into some VR. Did you get into some VR last night? I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow. No?
Absolutely not. No, I came home and did a few show things. Saw another awesome game that's getting ready to come out for Halloween. We'll talk about next week. Emailed the dev on that. Answered some emails from other developers and some comments on some videos, and then I went to bed.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I had some more loving experiences with my HOTAS. Blew my mind again. And not only that, but we were talking about doing, so I found out yesterday I can use my HOTAS in Vox Machina. I can use it in a mech. I don't know, dude. It's going to be there's so many different ways that you can use that. I didn't even know. The Battle Zone, you can use it for that. My eyes are wide open now. So
value of that thing growing, right?
Yeah.
So like when I think about these sorts of accessories, I'm kind of averse to them because of the limited number of games and experiences that they can be used on. But what you're saying here is that the HOTAS, the hands-on stick or throttle and stick, can be used on a lot more games than just flight sims.
Yeah, because somebody in the chat or in the Discord mentioned Overload VR. Okay, and I thought, I think I have that game. And so I went and I checked, and I did. I had it on Twitch Prime. I got it for free. And I remembered playing a little bit, so I looked at the video, and I thought, oh my God, this looks amazing. So I went in, and I found out, you can use HOTAS. So I spent an hour remapping the HOTAS, because I don't know what the hell. When I loaded into the game, I was like spinning, and I was just shooting. And I found out that my thruster was forward, and that was my shooting, my gun. And then when I hit my trigger, I started rolling. I was like, okay, no, this isn't going to work. So I remapped it, and I spent like 2.5 hours streaming Overload, and that game is flipping amazing. It's 100 times better with that HOTAS, and it's so fast paced. I fell in love with that game again as well, and I got sucked into 3 hours into a game I haven't thought about for 6 months because of the HOTAS. So yeah, it's definitely changing a lot of games for me. If it's got a capability to be used, I want to try it. So
yeah, I need to check my Twitch Prime library. I've never even looked at it. I add games to it every month. I just click whatever's there and go on, but I don't even know how to look at my my library on Twitch.
I didn't either. You have to actually get a desktop app for Twitch, and there's a specific gaming tab under, like, that's not there normally under Twitch, and you click under that, and then it has your games and stuff. I had that, and I had one other game, I think Soma or something, or some game or something. But yeah, no, that I it's $30 game, Overload. Highly recommend it. The 3D in it is some of the best 3D, and it's just like I felt this is what I was saying when I was streaming it. I felt like I was playing Star Wars because like a lot of the squadrons, right? But I was in the Death Star. Like imagine you're in your ship and you can't get out, and everything you're doing is inside that ship and the Death Star. It was crazy.
That sounds pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to make it a point to check and see if I have that in my my Twitch Prime. We might have to check it out if I ever get my headset this week.
Yeah, well, that's coming. A couple days, dude. Tuesday we'll be enjoying it for sure.
So Swift says Swift Silent Deadly. That's what his name stands for. And I always look at it weird because I never saw that L as an L. I always saw it as a capital I. So I'm like Swift's int what? Oh, okay, whatever, man. But yeah, it makes sense now that you say it that way. It looks perfectly clear.
Yeah, I'll still call him Swift. It's a lot easier.
Right. Yeah, that's way easier.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's say we talk some VR roots, and let's start off by talking a little PlayStation VR. We got some pretty cool news on a couple of different fronts from the world of PSVR this week. First of all, Dreams, one of our biggest wish list items for Dreams, has finally been checked off as Dreams aim controller support was just implemented in a new update. At the time that Dreams added support for the PlayStation VR, Media Molecule stated that they would add support for the headset's rifle-shaped aim controller if there was a demand for it, which we all kind of laughed at, right? If there was a demand for it. Clearly there was a demand, as support was added as a part of this week's free music update for the game. Roots, so this basically is going to open up an infinite world of possibilities for people creating VR games for Dreams, because now, we've always kind of said it that there's not even close to enough aim controller games. Well, we're about to get a lot more because we're about to turn the creativity of the community onto the aim controller.
Wow, and we're so close to the PlayStation 5 release as well. Think about what people are going to be creating in that sucker.
Yeah, I think about that every time I go into Dreams.
So how often do you go into it? Like, have you been putting some intensive time? I guess you got the PlayStation VR. That's all you got, right?
Yeah, I haven't. That's I haven't been in Dreams. I've been playing. Obviously I haven't played much this week, but before that, I've honestly been burning up a lot of time in Firewall, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think I might go back into it tonight. See if there's anything at all on there for aim controller yet, and even if there's not, with it being October, I'm in the mood, Roots, for some good scary horror experiences, and I'm sure that there's quite a few of those going on Dreams.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's true. Actually, there's probably gonna be some really amazing ones. I kind of want to get back into Resident Evil 7. Jack is calling to me. So yeah, Halloween.
Yeah,
right?
well, does your roommate still has your stuff, doesn't he? I mean, am I right about that?
Yeah, I think so. Unless he's sold it or something. I don't know. I haven't seen him been playing the PlayStation 4 much lately. So
Well, that's good. Maybe he'll let you keep it for a couple nights.
yeah, that'd be nice, right?
Yeah, be pretty awesome. The aim controller support is recognized as a wireless controller rather than its own dedicated device, but the aim controller is essentially a remodeled DualShock 4 anyway, with a light bar and all the same buttons. So basically, what they're saying here is that Dreams basically recognizes aim as a DualShock, but it doesn't matter anyway because they both kind of work the same way.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it is true. I mean, I've told you or said my Farpoint story of attempting to play Farpoint with my controller. You can do it. You can literally, aim with it and stuff. It just feels really weird and it's not the same. And again, you tried to warn me. I think everybody should do that. If you're going to get the aim controller, try your controller first, and then you'll really appreciate the aim controller.
Yeah.
because it sucks. So,
Dude, yeah, aim controller is amazing. But I'm not going to spend another hour on it. Seems like we talked 30 minutes on how cool the aim controller is every week.
yeah, well, it's the best. I think it's one of the biggest draws for PlayStation VR. For one thing that they don't have in at least an adequate version of it for PC VR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The only problem with it again being games that support it. There's a handful, maybe 5 or 6 really good games, and then a couple of okay ones, and that's it.
Yeah, it's true.
Uh, the main draw of the new update, though, is robust music system that adds new instruments and tools for you to implement into your creations. You'll find an enormous library of brand new instruments, an expanded catalog of music tracks, heaps of lovingly crafted music clips, a new musical starting points collection, and new tweak options for effect fields. So basically, this wasn't Roots the aim controller update. This was the music and sound update, and apparently, the Dreams of VR experiences are going to have a lot more depth to them now because these creators are being given a whole host of new audio tools. And as a VR gamer, as all of us are, we all realize just how important audio is to the overall experience.
Yeah, so that's more. Is that all music, or is it also just like sound effects and stuff, spatial
A
stuff?
a lot of it's music, but a lot of these instruments and things are percussive and can be used for sound effects. But beyond that, the new tweak options for effect fields, uh, that is an interface that goes far beyond music and influences the entire sound of the experience.
Dreams has really came a long way from when we were just last year saying, is it going to live up to what it's promised or what its high hopes were, right? Like its vision. And I think we're finally starting to see that vision become clear. We're seeing it. And I can't wait to see everything that people are going to make. Um, it'll be really cool.
Yeah, I think that we're really going to start to see, as you mentioned before, the true potential of dreams come through the PlayStation 5. And I don't think we've really heard much about how that's going to be dealt with. I've got to imagine that, like a lot of PS4 titles, a lot of newer PS4 titles, that Dreams is going to get a PS5 update. And we're not just going to be playing it through backwards compatibility, but there's actually going to be a PlayStation 5 version, hopefully, that you can upgrade to for free without having to pay a fee.
Oh, yeah. And what do you think about that? All the developers that are going to be like, yeah, we'll give you the better version, but it's going to be $10. What?
Yeah, I think it's a fair play. Obviously, it depends on what you're getting for that. But if they put a bunch of time and effort into bringing new features on the new console, I have no issue with paying an extra $5 or $10 to upgrade. But with that said, it makes me appreciate even more the games like Cyberpunk 2077 and others that are upgrading people for free.
Yeah, people don't like that, and myself included. Like I guess virtual desktop, I mean, it's definitely great software, but I got like Radio Rant saying he's getting ready to buy it the third time. He bought it for the Go, he's bought it for the PC, now he's got to buy it for the Quest. But that being said, it's completely different platform, so that I do understand. But I want cross buy, and I was a little bummed about Dash Dash Worlds not being cross buy, especially since at least at this point it's a Rift only, right? Or it's Oculus only. You would think it would be, and it gave me a conundrum because if we don't get a key, I have to decide which one do I buy it for, because I'm not going to buy it for both.
Right, right. That's kind of a different story when it comes to crossbuy. I absolutely agree with you 100% there. The approach that Oculus is taking to their ecosystem is a kind of a singular product approach. The Rift and the Quest are supposed to be just different arms of the same platform, and it's kind of hard for them to sell that image when you have these third-party developers that are, uh, you know, uh, charging you twice for the same title. So I kind of get it with the cross-buy, and I agree. I think that Oculus should be a little more forceful when they deal with these developers and trying to provide us cross-buy options. Now, when it comes to PlayStation 4 versus PlayStation 5, I think it's just a good deal to have to just pay $5 or $10 to get the PS5 version rather than having to buy a whole new game because it's a whole new platform. It's not an extent. It's not like PS4 Pro. Now, if we were talking about having to pay extra for a pro patch, yeah, that would kind of suck. But this is PlayStation 5. This is a jump light years into the future when it comes to gaming technology, and I totally understand if developers want to be compensated for the work that they put into it.
There's a very good chance, Wes, that some of those games, or a good portion of them, are going to be fully a different price. Because like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, if you had GTA 5, you had to rebuy the entire new game, and if you wanted to get it on PC, you'd do it again. And it's just like it's just a new platform, so it's very possible that they say, yeah, sorry, maybe we give you a discount, $10 discount, so it's only $25 instead of 35 or whatever it is. I guess it'll be up to each developer, right?
That's exactly my point here. Is this is the first real generation that we've seen this option to upgrade, cross-gen titles. And I think it's a sign of the digital age, and it's highly convenient for me as a consumer. So I think it's awesome, and I think it's even more awesome, like I said, for the developers that are choosing not to charge people.
Yeah.
I think it's commendable.
Well, isn't it ironic as we're going to digital and they're losing the cost of producing the game and making a disc and putting it out there and packaging it and all that shit, but the price is still up there, right? So, yeah.
What kind of really blows my mind is that it isn't going higher than it is. You got to think that the price of video games have pretty much remained steady for what, the better part of 2 decades now, and the dollar is not worth what it was back then. So that savings actually is being passed on. You just can't see it because the number isn't changing. But what's actually changing is the value of the currency.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it was overpriced way back then, and now it's just getting even to where it should be. So I don't know, $70. The 70's the new norm, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was just telling somebody in the Discord that $70 is going to be the new normal, and I completely understand it. Obviously, I don't want to pay more, but I kind of feel like this probably should have happened 5 years ago. So I'm not going to complain about it.
Will you complain if the year next after that it's 80?
Yes, absolutely, I will. But
like what?
I don't think, as VR gamers, I don't think that we really have to worry about even paying 70 yet. And when we do, I don't think we're going to be complaining because the type of VR game that we're going to pay $70 for is going to be most likely the most amazing thing that we've ever seen.
Yeah, true. Exciting times.
Anyway, we also got some new details about backward compatibility when it comes to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games on PlayStation 5. And that, of course, includes PlayStation VR. Now, they came right out basically and confirmed that at launch, 99% of PlayStation 4's, what was it, like 4,000 games are going to work on PlayStation 5 launch day. So all of this hand wringing and worry about whether or not your library is going to actually transfer over on launch day, never fear, guys. It's a done deal. It's happening. They gave a list, Roots, of about 10 or 15 titles out of 4,000 that aren't going to work on PlayStation 5 at launch. And again, I emphasize at launch. That could obviously change, if the developer wants to put some effort into patching the game up. But out of those 10 to 15 games, we had 2 PlayStation VR games on the list. So, out of the hundreds and hundreds of games in the PlayStation VR catalog, only 2 games, Roots, that we're not going to be able to play day one on PlayStation 5.
That's not too bad, actually, right?
Well, it's not too bad until you actually look at the games. Uh, First of all, we had DWVR, which is a single player action adventure shooter that is said to combine the mystical Indiana Jones style elements with swords, guns, and magic spells.
Hmm.
This game, it's been out a while, Roots. I think it came out in like 2016 or 2017. And I've never played it. It is available on Steam, but it's got pretty good reviews all around. It seems to be a game that people liked, and luckily, developer Mad Triangles has stated that work on a PS5 compatibility patch is already underway, and he's hopeful to have it ready to launch when the PlayStation 5 launches.
That's good. So, I mean, and how many people are like, man, that's my go-to, dude. I was waiting for PlayStation 5 to drop for that game. No, it's going to be RE7. It's going to be Astrobot. It's going to be one of the big boys. So I'm not too worried about that.
There's like 2 dudes that are pissed off right now, dude.
Yeah.
It's like their jam.
That was their
play.
jam. Yeah, dude. Whose jam isn't that, right? So.
Right. No, the second game that isn't going to be compatibility is where I have a little bit more of a problem. Because Roots, it's one of the games that are near and dear to our heart. It's dinosaurs, man, in VR. Robinson the Journey.
It's fucking dinosaurs, right?
In VR, bro.
Yeah, no, I guess I don't know. That's one of the things. I guess you'd want to watch it a little bit sharpened up, right? No, I haven't played that game for a long time, and maybe that is a game that you wanted to play with your kids or whatever, right? Didn't your kids really enjoy that game?
Yeah, they liked it pretty well. I liked it, I think, as much as they did, just because it was one of the early versions of a high quality game in VR. Of course, this game kind of surprising that it's not going to be compatible. I don't understand exactly why, but this game is being brought to us by Crytek. And for those of you who don't know, Crytek is the studio who's behind the Climb on Oculus. So a very high quality, fairly sizable VR studio here. I got to imagine we're going to hear something from them fairly soon, one way or the other with this.
Yeah, looking at this trailer makes me. I think we really do need like another version. Like, think about the actual real Jurassic Park game or experience or something where we had that one Blue or whatever, and it was a pretty cool or whatever. But like, there's a reason why we want dinosaurs, man. We want to go to that prehistoric world, right? And I don't know, man. If you had that thing coming bearing down on you, I'd freak you the hell out, man.
Yeah, it always works in VR, and we've talked about it, endlessly on this channel. How talented developers can use scale to really create that wow factor for the end user, and I think dinosaurs, are a perfect example of that if they're done well. Obviously, there's for every good dinosaur game in VR, there's 10 crappy ones. But Robinson the Journey is among the best, especially for people who like puzzling, who like exploring. I mean, there's endless exploring in this game. The way that you can catalog all the different wildlife on this island, it really is. I kind of had to peel myself away from this game because I really didn't play it like to complete the campaign. I basically just explored the island, finding and cataloging every little critter that I could come across.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I would like to see an updated version of this.
Well, especially on PlayStation VR, because I mean, I'm sure when you tried it, you probably tried it on PC. The PlayStation version can use this update. It can use the beef and power of the PlayStation 5. And again, you kind of would expect it because this was one of the first VR games to launch for $60. Roots. This was $60 in 2016, and obviously it featured you know polish that was unusual at the time. It was very polished, as well as it featured a climbing system that is very reminiscent of the climb. Obviously, this game. Well, I'm pretty sure that this game came out before the climb. So, kind of, Robinson the Journey is kind of the origins of the climb, unless I'm badly mistaken with my history here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Jarillo is saying that he beat Robinson the Journey. It's one of those VR games that was okay for its time, but it's aged pretty badly. And most of the time, you just walk around, and it's a walking sim of sorts. I mean, it's exactly what Wes just said. You're exploring the dinosaur world. You're cataloging all the different dinosaurs, and it's kind of like a puzzler, a light puzzler, right?
Yeah, there's more than dinosaurs in this game, though. There are literally there's like I don't know over 100 species of every kind of forest wildlife. Moles in the ground and different kinds of crazy looking insects. I mean, there's a lot of life going on in this forest, and literally there's a system going on where if I remember correctly, you like take a picture of it or something, and your little floating orb thing that follows you around kind of gives you all the information on it, and you keep it like a little journal of all the different creatures on in this alien world, I guess we should say.
Yeah, see, the difference is I picture you go in and you're like this awestruck person, just like, whoa, looking at all the plants and everything crawling and all the creatures everywhere. And then Jarillo just comes barreling through and is like, where's the fucking exit? And he's like trying to get through this world and is like, where am I going? I need to go somewhere,
What do I have to shoot to win this thing?
Yeah, exactly. I just want to finish this thing. And I get that. I get that mindset a lot, actually. A lot of times I get into games and I'm in finish mode. I want to finish this game. And then I get to another part and I'm like, what in the world? Even if I'm enjoying it, I just want to finish it. 'Cause I don't finish things all the time. So, but I guess if I finish a game, that's a testament to the game.
Yeah, that's me. I don't always finish games, but I've been doing a little bit better here lately, and hopefully going forward, games will grab me enough to keep me engaged. But it's hard, right? It's hard when when you have the Monday show every week, and we can't obviously talk about Trevor Saves the Universe 5 weeks in a row. So we got to move on, right? Move on and spend our limited time on something else.
Yeah, somehow we keep talking about Walking Dead Saints and Sinners because there's just so many angles to come at it, right? And we'll have another one with the Quest coming out. And it's worth talking about. But yeah, that's just kind of the thing, is always doing something different. And there's so many different things going on. It's just, it's a lot. It's crazy.
Yeah, if I had my druthers, we'd talk about like 10 different games on a loop. Just like over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Phil Yarn says that he finally finished the main quest of Asgard's Wrath last night. Hands down, the best VR game. And I can certainly, you can't argue with that, Roots. I mean, obviously, we all have our favorites. A lot of people like Half-Life Alyx. I like Resident Evil 7. But I always make the distinction between what is my favorite and what is the best. And I think when it comes to the amount of polish, the campaign length, the amount of different things that you can do, I really can't argue with anyone who says that Asgard's Wrath is the best VR game, because it kind of is.
Well, fist bump. You get to fist bump a shark. I mean, you have me right there at fist bump. But you know what's ironic about Asgard's Wrath, bringing that up? Just last night, Jim Hall blew my mind, and he said he's never played that. He bought the game. He's never tried it. He's like, maybe I should load it up. I was like, holy crap, dude. That's such a good game. But we also had the conversation that I think it was Radio Run or Scion or something. They said, I'm stuck on the prison level. And I said, yeah, me too. I feel like that prison level, whatever's going on there's it's kind of like a stopper for a lot of people. For whatever reason, people get to that part and they stop. And I don't know what it is, and it happened to me as well. So they need to get rid of that prison level. What, Russ? Just rip it out. I don't like it.
I don't even think I made it that far, Roots.
Well, you know, I mean, it's a long game, dude. I need to get back into it as well, but it's daunting, man. I think it's almost too long, you know, and that's weird.
With my play style, I mean, there's so much. It's kind of like Robinson in the way that, like, there's so many different things to look at and explore. Things to collect. I mean, it's a pretty, fleshed out game. So basically, for every hour you spend in it doing something, it takes me 2. So I didn't make it nearly as far as a lot of you guys did, as quickly as a lot of you guys did. But it wasn't that I wasn't playing the game. I just doing my usual stop and smell the roses style.
Yeah, there's so much to that game. Just thinking back to it, and it makes my brain hurt. Like all the puzzles and trying to what you got that? I don't know. You didn't get to the part where you had to have some guy that's spinning or something, and it opens. I don't know. There's just so much to going on in that game, dude. It's crazy. Phil Yarn, I give you props for finishing. Radio Runt must have been the person. He said the prison level sucks, and I feel you, Radio Runt.
But to that, speaking to that, I think that it's actually going to be fairly close to the top of my my docket when the new headsets get here, right? Because you always want to revisit the most beautiful games, and that, my friend, is a beautiful game.
Yeah, mine's gonna be Hellblade. Yeah, finish it. Hellblade 2. Do it this time, Wes.
Yeah. Well, I stopped. I started a second playthrough of it last time we talked about it on the show, and I played through about half of the game, so I might finish it too.
Oh, nice. You're gonna be G2ing it up, dude. No time.
Yeah, for sure. Predictably, Jarillo is offended that anyone would claim that any other game other than Half-Life Alyx is the best. So, sorry, dude. I can understand why you think that too. Well, I can understand why other people think that, and I understand why you think it, because Jarillo, Valve fanboy #1, right?
Well, and this is just the way things are, right? I mean, there might be a little bit of bias on his part, and there might be a little bit of bias on our part. Being Walking Dead fans, we've said it before. We didn't grow up in the Half-Life world, so it's just another IP, bro.
It's a great game too. I mean, let's not forget that.
What's that?
It's a great game too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, that's the thing.
Little easy, even on the hard difficulty.
Yeah. Either way, they're both good games, and it's just about what you like, I guess. I feel like I'm holding Jarillo and Wes off. I'm gonna let Wes go, Jarillo. You better back off, dude. Oh.
No, it's a great game. It's really fun, and honestly, I probably would have already started playing through it again by now if it weren't for the mods. The extra levels that the community have uploaded for it. That's another one of my top go-tos when I get back into PCVR. I was just starting to really get into that workshop for Half-Life Alyx when I had to pull the plug quickly on PCVR.
Yeah, man. Now you say quickly. That was very quick. All things fell real fast, right? And all of a sudden you looked around and you had a pile of money and you had no video card, you had no quest.
You quickly, they make these announcements about the new technology, and you quickly realize that your stuff that you own is about to lose a lot of value if you don't unload it. So that's exactly what I did. I just jerked it all out and put it up, and let people, let the less fortunate have it.
Yeah, exactly. As you upgrade, which is good. Upgrades are good.
Yeah, well, it's been a long few weeks, but I'm happy to say that it's coming to an end finally.
Yeah, see, Phil Yarn made a good point. No crowbar in Half-Life Alyx takes at least 1 point off the rating. Why no crowbar?
They have a model for a crowbar too, because a lot of these people are using it in the in the custom levels. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they didn't choose to use it. Um, I'm sure there's a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're secretly making Half-Life free, and they want to save it for that.
Yeah. Jim Hall says he agrees with Derulo, but I mean, didn't you just say that Jim Hall hadn't played Asgard's Wrath still yesterday?
Yeah. 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 So he.
I'd say play a little bit more, bro, and play RE7 if you haven't. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for RE7 to come to PCVR.
Can't wait for RE8,
Probably
bro.
not coming, but yeah, RE8. Oh my god, dude. Definitely can't wait. Actually, I saw this is a flat game. You slap me, but I saw a trailer for Hogwarts PlayStation 5 last night, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I even said it. Like, Scion, of course, in Scion VR fashion, said, well, I was not really a big fan of Harry Potter, and I almost reached through the screen and but I said, dude, I just like, even if I was in Vorpex on a flat screen or on a 3D screen or whatever, because you could, like, it's the whole school is completely, you can go anywhere. It's like everything we would want in VR. It just looks really cool, man. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I watched that trailer a few times. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
yeah, no, I was blown away. See, I didn't, the whole PlayStation reveal and all the flat games, I never watched any of these trailers, so I came across it last night when I was streaming, and I was like, oh my lord, I didn't know this existed. And for the first time, I feel a little weird saying this, but for the first time, I feel a little envious of your PlayStation 5 you got coming, man. I really didn't care for the most part, but now I want Hogwarts, and I can't play it, Wes. And I'm
Yeah,
a
and it's
little
more than
salty.
Hogwarts too, dude. You can go to like what, Diagon Alley and all of the um, off-site areas as well. And I mean, like you said, you have pretty much free reign on Hogwarts. You can even go into the room of requirement.
Oh, God. And you know what my literal thought was, and I said it to the stream, was, what is Xbox doing, dude? Like, this is just another, like, phenomenal exclusive. Like, everybody that's a Harry Potter fan is like, oh my God, I got to get in Hogwarts. And
Is it
Xbox
really
is,
exclusive though? I'm not sure if it's a timed exclusive or an actual exclusive.
I don't know. It seemed like it was exclusive, but I didn't pay attention. It said PlayStation on it, so I just assumed. Either way, I'm excited. There's probably like all sorts of Xbox people out there saying, we get Hogwarts 2, Roots. Calm down, simmer down.
Yeah, I kind of got excited about it as well, and I showed my wife. I assumed she would get excited about it with me, and
She said, it's not
I
VR.
that's what she asked me.
Hmm.
She said, "Is this VR?" And I was like, "No," and she was like, "Ah, whatever." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I get it."
Well, my eyes are
Anyway,
open. But,
yeah, me too.
yeah.
Anyway, super upset, Roots, that I'm not going to be able to enjoy the majesty of these, uh, monolithic dinosaurs on PlayStation 5. But never fear, Roots, because we have another title coming that is going to allow us to hunt these dinosaurs. And I'm talking about a game entitled Patagon, the Forbidden Island. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Patagon. Maybe it's Patagon, the Forbidden Island. It is a steampunk role-playing game with plans to create an epic open world adventure. And this game is it's been in development for 3 years, but the developer, Something Awesome Games, aims to raise an additional $30,000 to polish up the game and get it ready for launch via Kickstarter. So this is a Kickstarter campaign that is actually active right now as we speak. But the game is said to drop players in a world inspired by Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, and Bioshock. And Roots, if you want to get me excited, start talking about Indiana Jones and Bioshock, and see how quickly I light up. I mean, this game visually, from the little teaser that they've launched here, looks amazing, and I don't know, dude. it's dinosaurs in
Yeah.
VR.
Yeah, who doesn't want dinosaurs, especially 2020 dinosaurs, not 2016. Uh,
Right.
it looks pretty good for me so far, right? They've already pretty much got most of the game done. They just need the polish, right?
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know about something awesome games, they're kind of an offshoot of Mirrorwind, which are the developers that brought us Guns and Stories Bulletproof and Boiling Steel. So they're affiliated with Mirrorwind. They're not a direct subsidiary, I don't think. But many of the same developers that are working on this game worked on those games as well. So not some newbie upstart here. This game um, it's going to have a certain level of polish to it, and I think that you can back it confidently on Kickstarter and know that this game is going to be released at some point.
Oh, nice. I might have to do that. You know, Brandon 0135 says he just checked, and Hogwarts is coming to PC as well. Wes, oh my God, I'm gonna get to play through Hogwarts, dude. I am gonna be picking that up. I'm just gonna Hogwarts it up, man. I'm excited.
Hogwarts on a 3080, bro.
Yeah, dude, 3080 can crank that stuff up. I'll dual SLI 23080s. Maybe not.
Yeah. You got to, if you want to do SLI, you got to get a 3090.
Oh, God.
That's the only card now that supports SLI anymore is the 3090.
Is that really? For real?
Yep, that's true.
That is crazy, dude. That's the only one card that doesn't need the SLI at that point.
Right. Anyway, Patagon, the Forbidden Island. It'll be a 7 square-mile island, Roots, filled with dinosaurs to hunt and other dangers to deal with. You play the role of a retired Army lieutenant who has turned their attention to big game hunting, and now you've been hired by the company to restore order on Patagon Island. This means exploring the jungle island, solving puzzles, completing missions, and of course, hunting dinosaurs. With a range of steampunk weapons, including the steam rifle and the Tesla gun, players will also have access to bombs, explosives, and traps. So not only are we going to get to coexist with these beautiful creatures' Roots, but we're going to get to murder them brutally and in VR nonetheless. So seems like a good time.
Yeah, it's a very good time. Mr. Chip says he keeps checking his for tracking from Oculus for his Quest 2, and it's been charged but not shipped. And that's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. My I ordered from Amazon, so I have not been charged. They will not charge until they ship. But I keep checking for tracking information, and it's right before shipping. It's supposed to be here Tuesday. It's not shipped out yet. So we're theorizing that there's probably hubs all over the United States that are just sitting, holding them, ready to ship them within one day, and everybody will get them. Or hopefully, because I need it to happen on Tuesday, Wes. If it doesn't happen on Tuesday, then I guess I'm gonna get it on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or whatever day it comes. But I'm gonna be a little bit of my heart is gonna die inside. So.
Well, Amazon's normally pretty good about delivering on the day that they give you. So if they're telling you you're going to get it on Tuesday, you're going to get it on Tuesday, probably.
Yeah, well, that's good. Derail says he's looking forward to and can't wait to unsuccessfully buy a 3080 or 3090 tomorrow again. Just wasting some more time.
Yeah, I've quit following it so avidly and quit. I've taken myself off of the disappointment train because EVGA announced last week that they pretty much implemented my suggestions that I sent to them via email to the letter. And everybody who entered in for the email notification on these cards got put into a queue. And as they have cards to sell, they're just going to send invitation emails to people. And you have 8 hours to answer it and buy your card. And no more crazy rat race. No more wondering if you're going to get one. You just have to wait your turn.
And then somehow something happens. You check, and an hour after that, the 9th hour, you find it. Shit.
No, they've implemented a tool to let you know exactly when your email gets sent, exactly when they got your notification request and put it into the queue for each card. They've been great, dude. Honestly.
Well, it's almost like something that would have been nice to do day one, right?
Yeah, it would have, but you got to give them credit, man. Out of all these different online retailers and manufacturers, they're the only one who's really done anything. Everybody else could care less. So,
Yeah, but how many? I mean, to be fair, how many companies did you contact directly?
4 or 5.
So there should be 4 or 5
It's
companies
not.
implementing it.
Come on, let's be honest here. It's not because I contacted them that they're doing it. Obviously, every one of these companies, people are you know, have pitchforks outside the doors of because they're all pissed off. So, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with who I contacted.
Yeah. Well, Meowmix has a good point about the AMD's big Navi is looking promising for say what 600. So maybe that's why they
Yeah.
did such a big leap. I don't know, man. I'm not a big AMD person myself, but with all the shortages and shit, like if I was considering getting a card and I get dicked around enough with Nvidia, I might switch over, like say screw this. This is just ridiculous. And AMD all of a sudden has all these cards out waiting. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but it'd be a good time for them to pick up a lot of customers, bring a lot of people over.
Yeah, I think Nvidia is probably stockpiling product to be able to deal with the launch at least of the AMD cards. So I think right around that time you're going to see a lot of 3070s and 3080s available.
That actually makes really good sense marketing wise, right? You want to make sure you've got the stock to compete. So
Right, because as good as AMD's looking, their biggest advantage is going to be availability. So if Nvidia can take that away from them, then they should be able to weather the storm.
cool.
Anyway, not only will you have these, awesome weapons, again, steam rifle, Tesla gun, access to bombs, explosives, and traps, you'll also have access to the skies via zeppelins, and you can explore the surrounding waters in a submarine route. So you're not really confined to just this 7 square mile island full of dinosaurs and other interesting dangers, but you can take to the air and to the water as well.
That's kind of cool. I don't know. It's different, right? I haven't seen a submarine yet in VR, so
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome, dude. I think the environments look like what we could had imagined that pirate game we played could eventually be. Obviously with dinosaurs, but the island looks beautiful in this thing, and the fact that I mean, it's so huge, right? 7 square miles, and the fact that you can fly over it as well as go underwater with a submarine. I mean, these are lofty promises. If it lives up to what it's promising here, this is going to be an epic game.
yeah. Well, we're getting to that point, right? We're getting these epic worlds. They're gonna just start being created, and we're gonna get to go into them. So hopefully, this will live up to everything we hope it will be.
You have any idea what time it is?
Quote time. Actually, we haven't had a
It
quote
is.
time for a long time, man. Yeah.
We have. I just haven't been pointing them out as quote time quotes. But yeah, absolutely. It is quote time. And I've got a quote here. This is a quote from the Kickstarter page, actually. And it's talking about the game. It says the game is designed to be played in fun chunks of 1 to 2 hour long missions. We're trying to avoid boring grinding and farming tasks and focus on the adventure. You should be able to jump into the game, have some excitement without having a second job to maintain. And I included this in our notes, Roots, because this is music to my ears. When you start to see this kind of super involved RPG style game, you start wondering about, all of the extra crap you're going to have to do just to be able to play. And the developers having none of that here, man. He's saying you could just jump into this game, pick it up and play it without submitting an application for employment
Hmm.
and giving up your life to play the game. And again, that's music to my ears.
Well, it depends on what they have to do. Sometimes that loop is what draws you back in, and it kind of you don't even feel, even though you feel like it's like a grindy. It keeps you invested in it. So as long as they can still keep
It
you
keeps
invested.
me It keeps me out of No Man's Sky. It keeps me out of the forest. It keeps me out of pretty much every game that implements that kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of survival. I'm just not a big survival person. I don't want to eat and like
Right.
I've got
To
to
eat in
worry
real
about
life.
eating and drinking to stay alive in real life. I don't want to go into VR and have to do the same thing again. I don't want to have to use the restroom in VR either. There's a lot of things that I don't want to bring into the VR experience, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That type of stuff does not appeal to me. And therefore, when I hear a developer pretty much speak my mind, I think it's great. And I think that this is going to be a good game. It looks like it's going to be a good game anyway.
yeah, definitely looks like the start of one, like, or I guess almost the finishing of one. If they can implement everything they're promising, I think it's going to be really good.
Yep. Set to support a range of headsets, including Oculus Quest and Rift, HTC Vive, Valve Index, PSVR, Patagon, The Forbidden Island will be playable via traditional desktop as well, Roots. This is not just a VR game. This is going to be a flat game as well.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a flat as well, huh? Oh, that's cool. So it's not, is it open world for, I mean, is it going to be multiplayer, or is it just single world?
Something Awesome Games that plans to add co-op missions so that PC and VR players can collaborate together. So yeah, it's not going to be at launch, but one of the things that they're planning on doing is adding in co-op campaign missions.
Oh, wow. That sounds good, right?
So look at everything everything I would want them to say about a dinosaur game, they're saying it. Like I can murder them with bombs. I can play with a friend and get in a submarine, fly around in a zeppelin. I mean, come on, dude. It's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, that dinosaur looked pretty good too. The one
It
that was
looks,
chasing him.
look at that gun. I mean, this is highly detailed stuff. Again, very experienced VR developers have put years of their life into this thing. I got to imagine it's going to pay dividends when the game comes out.
Cool. Wow. Do they have any close or any set date or any close?
October 2021. So we got about a year before this
Okay.
one's going to release.
Cool.
And if you want to back the campaign and secure yourself a copy, $29, which I guess all in all is not much when you consider the level of polish that's on this thing, the scope of the game that they're promising, and the price of games today. $29 is not much.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, I've linked the Kickstarter in the description down below. Those of you who are interested in this game, be sure to click on that and check it out. There's a lot more information on the game on their Kickstarter page. What I've basically given us here is just a brief overview of what is a very detailed description down below. So check it out. And speaking of Mirrorwind VR, Roots, we were just talking about how Something Awesome Games is a spin-off of Mirrorwind, who again brought us Guns and Stories Bulletproof, who brought us Boiling Steel, which I've maintained and have said many times on this program is a very underrated game, a victim of bad timing when it comes to the launch. It was overshadowed by a lot of high-profile releases at the time and never quite got the traction that it deserved, in my opinion. But Mirrorwind has not been sitting on their hands, Roots. They have started work on another game themselves, and it's a project that is tentatively being referred to as RU77 at this time. And we just learned about this last week. This game is a first-person action shooter title coming to Oculus, Steam, as well as PlayStation VR. It's described to be a game about perestroika, crime, and the 90s in the CIS through the prism of cyberpunk. So here we are, Brutes. We had, we've said many times that we kind of thought that cyberpunk's going to become the new zombie to VR, and here we are with yet another one. But this one is a little different looking than all of the other ones who kind of look similar to one another.
Oh, this one looks pretty cool, man. I like, again, there's people out there right now already. I hear Scion VR. I hear
Yeah.
Gerillo, cell shading, Questicle, graphics being dumbed down. I like the style of this game. I like the shading. I think it looks really good already. It just, This looks intriguing to me.
Yeah, it looks awesome, doesn't it? I mean, this is very early footage. They're just now getting started on this thing, and it already. I think the color palette that they're choosing here for this kind of bleak, cyberpunk, dystopian Soviet world. I think the color palette really suits the cell shading art style, and it really creates a cool aesthetic, especially for this type of arcade style gameplay.
Yeah, it looks very visceral too, which I like. I like kind of reminds me of Lies Beneath, but not horror, the same type of horror, but you're running around killing, slashing, blowing people in the face. I just think it looks really good.
Yeah, I agree. Um, the game is said to provide players with an opportunity to virtually immerse themselves in the reimagined 1990s in Russia, the post Soviet period, and is intended for fans of the shooter mechanics and dynamic gameplay. The game is based mainly on reactive gameplay. So basically, it's going to kind of play like a fast rail shooter, even though you're not technically on rails. There's smooth locomotion, obviously. We see that from the trailer, but it's that same kind of fast twitch, think fast shooter gameplay. So it's going to play very much like an arcade game, but at the same time, you're going to be driving a story as well.
Yeah. So what? You're a robot, I guess. It just looked like he was injecting himself with something, right?
You're probably like most cyberpunk games. You're going to be kind of in between. You're going to be part flesh and part machine.
Okay. Who doesn't want to be part flesh, part machine? That'd be
Yeah, I don't know.
awesome.
Not many people this day, right?
Oh, that's right. I don't.
Who's talking
Sketch.
about my mom in the chat? Ray Pope? You know who else is? Yeah, okay, I got you. So if we're not going to tell them my mom jokes, they're just going to tell them for us.
I see that a lot, and I can appreciate that because a lot of times we get wrapped up in everything, right? And we don't we forget my moms.
Yeah, well, I mean, with games like this, it's kind of hard to remember shit like that.
Yeah, really.
But anyway, players are going to be given the opportunity to fight with criminal structures in the setting of post Soviet futurism while listening to their favorite music. And this is one of those cases, Roots, where sound adds a lot to the trailer. And it's unfortunate that since we've gone live that we really haven't implemented in showing the trailer uncut. Maybe it's something we should look into doing because the music in this game, or at least in this trailer, is pretty awesome as well. It really adds to the atmosphere and the attitude of the game.
It's funny you say that because last night when I was looking at these trailers with everybody, that's exactly what I said. I was like, we were watching some of these trailers and I was like, man, we need to, I literally said that like, and I asked them, is there anything that people, or is anybody that was watching, did you like that format better? Cause I kind of feel like a lot of times the trailer kind of needs the sound to emphasize what kind of game it is. Right. And it's good background video, but you don't get the gist of what's going on in the trailer. Right.
Right. Yeah, and that's happening more and more as these VR companies are starting to gain some experience. They're starting to learn the advantages of proper promotion. So not only are we starting to see better artwork and better thumbnails now, but we're also starting to see a lot better promo trailers. And yeah, I agree. I think that we probably should work on, working in the full trailer view back into our show because that was something that we had started to do right before we went live, and it was really working, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know how you feel in the comments or the chat because if that's something you want to see back, we will make a point of doing that. I think it's cool. I think it's important. But maybe you guys hated it and you're like, Roots, Wes, shut the hell up, dude. If you guys do that, you lose a subscriber. I doubt that, but
Yeah, I doubt that too because it's not like we're talking about shit games here, dude. We always talk about
that's
the
right.
good ones.
Yeah.
Like I could be sitting here talking about microtransactions in Pop One, if we wanted to, but I would rather talk about this awesome looking game from Mirrorlib.
Yeah, especially since when Pop 1 comes out, then everybody can complain about it being a questicle game. And oh man, I'm in topsy-turvy world, I think, sometimes.
All the time, bro. All the time.
Yeah.
The video preview, as I mentioned before, showcases smooth locomotion with the player engaging in hostile gunfights against thug-like enemies on the street level and in apartments. Again, a very early look at the game, and there's going to be much more on this game in the coming months.
Oh, Gamertag's in the house. What's up, Gamertag?
What's up, GT? Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Man.
DLG says he's excited for Blair Witch coming to the Quest. Played it on PCVR with Vorpex, and it blew me away. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about to have any. It's October, right? And me as a VR horror addict, October is the best time because that's when all the horror games come out, and Blair Witch being among them, and there's others as well. I can't wait. I can't wait to get in there. I need my damn headset, Roots. Time's a wasting. We're already 11 days into October, and I haven't been able to play any new horror games yet.
Yeah, dude, we're so close to getting this Quest 2, this plastic piece of crap. And oh wait, that's what Scion calls it. But I'm super psyched, man. I haven't had an upgrade in a headset for a while. I mean, I guess I did when I went back to the Rift S, but and just going wireless, man. I'm gonna walk around my house, dude. Just play in every single room.
Here's a funny thought for you, Roots. So you have all of your PCVR elitist types, right? Your Scions, your Drillos. Now you've got Joe and Sally Walmart who have never played VR before in their lives. They want to beat Saber, bro. That's what they want to do. Those Joe and Sally Walmarts who are coming in for Beat Saber are going to have higher resolution headsets than your PCVR elitists. Think about that thought for a moment.
Well, especially the ones with the CV1 still. They're going to have a huge advantage in the headsets. What's funny is they don't care, man. They don't care about, they're not going to see it, man. And most people aren't going to see it. And that's what I was trying to say as people were looking at some of these Population 1 trailers saying, the graphics look like crap. I don't like the way it looks. And I'm like, oh, you saw it in the headset? I mean, that's the difference, is seeing it in the headset. And for so long, 2018, you say you had amazing games that looked phenomenal as far as they looked, and you got in and it was like a tech demo, and people bitched. And they say graphics aren't everything, brah. It's gameplay. It's all about the gameplay. And now that, we're getting the gameplay and we're getting now it's like, oh fuck, this graphics sucks, man. I don't get it. I guess I'm just not on the same page. I want to have things look phenomenal, but I'm not going to not play a game because of a skybox not looking perfect. I
don't think that Population 1 looks bad. I mean, when I compare to what I thought of the older trailers with the older footage, I think it looks a lot better now. I mean, am I crazy?
Yeah, no, it does. It does. And Drilla says, what about the Quest Elitist? I don't know if there are Quest Elitists out there. Are there? I mean, I guess there are.
There totally are.
Yeah, well, there is for everything. There's PlayStation VR people that are elitists for PlayStation as well. Everybody's got their thing. I say, there's room for us all. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah. I didn't mean that as an insult. I was just I mean, come on, you guys know you're PC guys, right? Come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and I agree with you. Graphics aren't everything. That used to be something that all VR enthusiasts said, but it seems to be something you hear less and less these days.
Yeah, because we're getting amazing games. Granted, yeah, we're hitting AAA world, and that's great. But there's gonna be stuff in between. There's still indie PC games out there, and there's phenomenal AAA flat games. Like, just doesn't mean that others don't exist. There's gonna be everything in between. And I think there's tons of room for stuff like this, man. This thing look at this, man. When I was watching the the trailer I was like, whoa, this just looks super cool. Does that world not look like a world you want to go in and just kill some people in?
You know what it looks like? It looks like first person view of my friend Pedro. That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
dude. It just everything that just I it looks I just love the way this. I know Drilla's gonna love this game, dude. As much as he gives a little bit of shade, tongue in cheek, you know. And if you know Drilla, then it's not all. He's a lot of times he's just trying to push some people's buttons to
He's a
see where they're
troll.
gonna
You're
go.
saying Drill is a troll?
Yeah, a little bit, but he loved Lies Beneath, and like so much so that he played it twice, and I think this is going to be an action-packed, phenomenal game. It just looks really crazy, and like there's all sorts of stuff going on. He's picking up all sorts of stuff and smashing people with it. It looks really cool. So this 2077, I think this is what Russia 2077. So it's kind of like Cyberpunk 2077 in VR, but in Russia. It's kind of like that.
I think they said everything I read about this said it takes place in kind of an alternate timeline, 1990s, like
Oh,
post Soviet collapse. But it said,
oh.
yeah, you're right. It says 2077 there, so I don't get it then. What misleading information or at least divergent information. So yeah, it says 2077.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, regardless of what year it takes place in, right?
Trill says he's not a troll, but if he was one, he'd be a sexy troll.
I can agree with that.
Everybody here is a little bit of a troll to some extent, whether it be
Oh,
about the
for
Valve
sure.
or about
For sure. Trust me, when I start posting things on the Discord about PlayStation being superior to PC, it's just to get a rise out of these guys, right? Most of the time.
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, let's move on, Roots. But another cool looking game that we actually learned about earlier in the year. Got some new information on Star Shaman. It's releasing later this month, Roots, and it's got a great new trailer as well. Um, Again, this game is coming to PCVR as well as Oculus Quest before the end of the month, but we haven't got a solid date on it yet. So we just kind of have this 3-week window that Star Shaman could end up dropping on at any moment. The game was first revealed during the Upload VR Showcase Summer Edition earlier this year, and the trailer shows the player being thrown into a world in which the quote architects of entropy have brought the galaxy to its knees by destroying biospheres. The player will be cast as a star shaman, and you will be tasked with restoring planets to their former glory by ridding the world of evil forces. Roots, wouldn't you love to be able to rid the world of evil forces?
Absolutely, especially if I could do it in dance step like this chick is doing it. I don't know, man. I'm blown away by this trailer just because of just the way that she's dancing in there. I don't know if I got to dance that way or not, but it looks like it's going to be different. I don't know if it's going to be my cup of tea, but it's definitely a different type of game for sure.
She is cutting the rug, isn't she?
Yeah, she looked like she was doing the Running Man for a second there.
Yeah, all that stuff she's doing is not necessary to the game she's playing. It's like she's getting in some extra moves in between.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, this is
game.
her exercise game too, right?
Driller says, "Is that gaming science teacher doing VR kung fu?" I think it might be, dude.
I would love to see that video, man. I bet a gaming science teacher, I bet she really could cut down and just like probably give this girl a run for her money.
Well, yeah, we should get them together in some blast on or something.
Yeah.
See what's up. Anyway, this game obviously involves shooting and slicing enemies down, casting spells with gesture-based control. So here we are, one of these things again that have surfaced in 2020, the gesture-based controls, and something we had a little taste of with the Wizards Dark Times. Can be good if implemented right. Can also be a nightmare if it's not. But potential in my opinion.
Yeah, that's for sure, dude. And D-Rail says he does spinning kicks like Corey Sanhagen. So
Dude, that was a nice one, but there was an even better one earlier in the night. What he's referring to is the UFC that was on last night. Sandhagen, uh, he had a nice, wheel kick KO. But earlier in the night, there was this crazy, I don't even know what to call it. Like the dude kicked, the guy grabbed his foot, right? And so he's sitting here with one foot up in the air. He jumps with his other leg and kicks the guy in the chin and knocks him cold.
Holy
I
crap.
mean, I've never seen anything like it. It was like video game shit.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is that sounds like an amazing move. What's funny is as I'm picturing this lady doing this thing, your play space, dude, like people are talking about, like, how long would it take you to break shit? Like, if you're doing or jumping around, kicking stuff, man, like at some point, maybe it's not the best time to be dancing and kicking and spinning and doing, like, what if your wife was right there and you just somehow knocked her out? Not a good idea, man, Like, ooh, I think I hit some resistance.
This chick probably lives alone.
Wow, that's true. Wow, she's good.
Dancing, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole, obviously, not my usual type of game here that I would normally be playing. But what really I find appealing about this game is the look of it. It's very colorful, has an interesting art style. I think if the gameplay is catchy at all, that this could be a good palate cleanser type game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, as long as you, like you said, maybe you, her dancing, man. Maybe if you're, like the world is just so beautiful, and like you said, that'd be a nice place to just take a break, a nice palate cleanser, go in there, do a couple spinning moves or whatever.
Do some running man.
Yeah.
Do sprinkler.
Yep, absolutely.
The game's going to launch on the Quest Store and be playable on both OG Quest as well as Quest 2. And it's also going to arrive on Steam and Viport with support for all major PCVR headsets. So I did notice this Roots on about a month ago popping up on the coming soon to Viport Infinity. So I think we may actually get this included as part of the Viport subscription.
Ooh, well, maybe we will be checking this out, right?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be the way to do it, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I thought it looks cool. I thought it has looked cool since it debuted on the Upload showcase. It has that cool kind of art style of like a Bout of Blood type game. You know how it has that distinct kind of art to it that we've seen out of a few games now? It's kind of what it puts me in the mind when I look at it.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty cool. Looks like it could be cool anyway. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, again, I don't know if it's for me, but I'd have to try it to know.
No, I want to see a stream of Roots doing all these dance moves like this chick's doing.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. You could see me kick, and then I kick my TV, and it just goes flying somewhere. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Greg's VR says these aren't even bespoke Quest 2 games either. I want to see what it really can do. That's coming, dude. I think that we're going to have a period here of 6 months to a year where we see cross-gen games that support both Quest 1 and Quest 2. And then after we get about a year in, we're going to start to see the Quest 2 exclusives. And I think that that's when the platform is really going to shine. Normally, I mean, no, that doesn't seem like a very long time, but we're talking about a product here who has turned around and given us a new generation in 18 months. So it's pretty obvious that they're planning on going with cell phone generations here, which means what would be 2 years to a console is 6 months to a standalone VR headset. Yeah. So I think within a year we're going to start seeing exclusives on Quest 2.
Yeah, that's crazy. Paradise Decay says, who else who else does awesome spin kicks?
My mom!
Yeah, she's spin kicking all over the kitchen. Especially, you should see her at Thanksgiving time. It's crazy.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, that brings us to our final game of the week. And this is a game we've talked about before, Roots. Panoptic. And for those of you who didn't catch it before, Panoptic is the game that pits a single VR-clad giant against a tiny PC adversary in a game of deadly hide and seek. Anyway, we talked about this game before as it launched into early access, and we're talking about it today, Roots, because it is now coming out of early access. This initially was a free demo on Steam back in 2016, and it puts you in the shoes of a giant overseer in VR, giving you the power of laser eyes through a panopticon, which lets you temporarily focus your light to incinerate a suspected enemy. Rich, you ever wanted to have laser eyes?
Ah, who doesn't want to have laser eyes these days, right? I don't know, especially if I'm trying to catch a little guy that's in my house, a little midget mouse or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. What do they call these guys? The Littles, right? Remember that TV show?
Yeah, right. No, this looks like somebody has taken the hide and seek game from Half and Half, the free Oculus title, and just polished it up to the nth degree and made it way more diverse and nuanced.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying last night when we were watching this, because that's what it reminded me was half and half. But this is different. It looks weird, man. Like, I don't understand what else is there more than one person playing? There's a bunch of these guys with the masks running around, right? Are those like decoys?
Yeah. I think most of the decoys are not real players. Those are CGI. You have the VR player who's playing the giant overseer, and then you have a couch player, someone who's playing on PC with a mouse and keyboard, and they're playing the smaller player, the challenger as they're referred to. And what that player must do is slink around to carry out tasks and eventually bring down the Goliath. So it's a versus multiplayer game, but it's not online multiplayer, it's local multiplayer.
Yeah, see, that's what's weird, man. And I say this every single time. Why can't they have it set up to where it doesn't have to be local, and I can come in and play with somebody random? And why can't I be in VR as the little guy as well? Why does it have to be? I mean, I get it. They want to tie these two things together. They want to bring somebody outside of VR into VR with the VR person. Like, the one person's in, one person's out. But I just don't feel like there's enough this is very niche, you know? The amount of people that want to play local with somebody next to them is limited. And Anthony, I've said this before on the show, when that one game came out, whatever that, I can't remember what the name of that game we played, where one person is doing the puzzles and they're outside with the creepy bone guy or whatever. He couldn't convince his kids to play with him. And at that time, he couldn't play the game because you need two people, one person out, one person in. And then they
Carly and
patched
the
it.
Reaper Man.
Yeah, and they patched it to where you could play the whole game by yourself. But I just feel like they're limiting themselves. They need to have the ability to play together with random people in both parts. And I think you should have the option of playing either role from flat or VR. You could play both VR. Like, I want to play in VR as the little guy running around. That's just my thought anyway.
Yeah, I certainly see your points here, and I think that the chief among them is the fact that this is forced to be local. You know, I think that this game really needs an online edition. You know, it needs to support online multiplayer because, like you said, I mean, how many people I mean, this is a type of game that is commonly referred to as couch co-op. But how many couches do people have in the same room with their gaming computer? I don't have one in here. My gaming computer's in my bedroom. I generally don't have people over to play. In my bedroom. Now, with that said, this type of game has an audience, but that audience is on console, right? This is like the type of thing that would work possibly on PlayStation VR because, again, the console's in the living room. It's meant for multiple players to play on, and it's a common thing there. Not so common on a gaming PC. So the fact that it's missing online multiplayer, and the fact that it's on PC instead of like a console, I think that the developers are doing themselves a disservice here with this because it looks like a highly polished, very fun game.
Yeah, it does. It does for sure. And I think somebody said Les Marwick says any local player Steam game can be played online using Steam Remote Play, but like one, how many people even know that or know what that is or gonna do that? It should just be an option where you click into it and you can queue in
Sometimes
as whatever.
yeah, sometimes that's easier said than done. Last time we had one of these local multiplayer games that
That's
we were
right.
going to review for the show. That's exactly what the developer told us. They told us that we could use Steam Remote Play to play together, and we got keys for the game, and we put a real effort into being able to connect up and play together, and we could never get it working correctly. Like we could partially connect and do some things in the menus, but we could never get it to where we were actually playing the game the way it was meant to be played through Steam Remote Play. And that's kind of one of the reasons that I kind of shied away from getting a key for this game, is because because of that experience we had. I forget what the name of that game was. It was kind of like it was like a Tetris game, but the one of the players is inside inside the Tetris game, and the other
Oh,
player's trying to smash him with blocks.
I do remember
Uh,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and we could not get that working. Absolutely not. And I don't know, it shouldn't be that hard. It's like sometimes it seems like some of these things are almost so difficult or so unknown, like for most people that it would be you could do it, but what's the point, right? So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think this is a really cool game. I hope that they consider porting it into PlayStation VR. And before they do that, I hope that they add online multiplayer support. I think if they do those two things, they could have a hit on their hand here because especially, I mean, this is only a $17 game. It's on sale for $10 right now.
wow, that's not bad.
No, no, and I mean, even the game as it is probably worth a shot at $10.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
But people keep asking me if we're going to play Phasmophobia. Like Gamertag VR says, am I up for streaming some? Absolutely, GT, but it'll have to be after I get my Quest 2 in. I don't have a PC headset right now. I sold my headset so that I can upgrade to a G2, so I could upgrade to a Quest 2, and I've been PSVR exclusive for about 3 weeks now. But my Quest 2 should be here, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. And if you want to stream it sometime after that, I'm absolutely down. But GT, I'm sorry, PD was asking Roots if you and I were going to play some Phasmophobia together. And we've actually been talking about that for what? Pretty much since the thing launched, right?
Yeah, yeah, everybody's getting all excited. There's so many people. Me and Jim Hall did it, a little bit of it, and it's definitely a creepy game. And we gotta establish a 4-person crew. And I'm already calling right now. I called dibs on the van, and you guys can go do your ghosty stuff inside. I'll monitor on the outside where it's safe and cozy, and nothing can touch Roots.
Yeah, I was thinking that Phasmophobia might be fun for a money show, but I think maybe we might want to bring that one to the channel at large. I think people might want to witness that. How many players
4. So
can we do
it's a
at a
four
time?
person it's a 4-person ghost hunting team. And my experience with it was creepy, Wes, because I had this ghostwriting book that I was supposed to take into the ghostwriting room or to the room and put it down, and it was going to write in it if it was there. And I went and I grabbed the book and I was running back, and as I was looking down at it, before I even got to the room, the ghost had already filled the book out, and it had a pentagram, it had a Baphomet, and it had an upside down cross. And I just about freaked my crap, dude. That was like the last thing Roots needs to see. And
Well, see, that's cool because one of my biggest worries with Phasmophobia was that it was going to be just kind of generic scares, that they weren't really going to go for it. From the sounds of what you're saying here, they really go for it.
Yeah, no, I guess it's pretty creepy, from what I saw. And like Jim Hall was saying, like he felt like a tightness in his chest. He thought he was gonna have a heart attack. And he said these are the easy ghosts, Wes. This was just the training. They specify these are like the nice ghosts. So they're not even dangerous in the training. And it was still creepy as hell.
So GamerChick13 says Gamertag VR wants to play with you two, so you just need one more. So how about you then, Tiffany? You want to jump in with us?
Yeah, that'd be cool, right?
I think that would that she'd round out our party quite nicely.
Now you can play that flat in VR, but I don't, like Jim Hall was saying, I don't know that it would be the same flat because it's so dark and creepy in there when you're in there. It's not. I don't know if I'm scared at looking at my TV screen. That doesn't seem creepy.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to VR horror, I mean, obviously not the same thing, right? I mean, through a screen, I mean, I got to imagine that the game might not even be all that fun. But then again, I mean, it's fairly popular now, right? So maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for.
Yeah, it's popular with all the streamers. I see the big streamers doing it. And Gamer Chick says she's going to watch safely from the couch. It's a good.
So she's volunteering PD for the job.
Yeah, it's a good story to hear about and not be a part of. Is basically what I heard.
Well, I don't know, bro. I don't know. PD seems awful high on the game. He might be interested in playing with us. So
yeah, dude. I haven't got a chance to hang out with PD in a long time.
So basically, I'm going to be playing Phasmophobia for the next week. It seems like because we're going to play with somebody on the Discord as well. Zach Fontaine, right? He was wanting to hook up and play some Phasmophobia, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we need to wait until it's midnight, turn off all the lights, and then go to town. Stream it.
I think that that's a good idea. 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, that's good. That'd be the worst time, right?
That's when my kids get all freaked out if they happen to be awake. Oh, it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m.
It's the witching hour. I'll tell you. Nothing good happens at 3 a.m.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're doing, right? You could be playing VR. That's good.
That's normally when I play.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway, again, as part of a launch day special, Panoptic on Steam is currently 40% off the retail price of $17, coming to just over $10. And from the looks of it, even with its limitations as far as networking goes, I think it's worth a shot. If you've got somebody who you can play with, I mean, it's just $10, and both of you guys can play together. So give it a look.
Didn't Mamefan pick this up? Who's he playing with?
That's a good question, because maybe he's playing on this remote play, like people are saying.
True. That's true.
The game supports all Steam VR headsets, including Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest via Link, Vive, Valve Index, and WMR.
Okay, so it's all everywhere, right?
It's everywhere, bro. Like me. I'm everywhere.
You know who else is everywhere?
My mom!
Yeah.
Ray Pope says we should do a Halloween marathon special. I tried to do something kind of similar to that last year on the Weasel channel, but like I ended up recording a bunch of stuff and not editing it. Basically, is what happened, and I've still got videos of horror games from last year that I never released.
Oh well, you can get them out now as a keepsake. Scion's doing that. I just watched his video last night with. I guess it's been a while because it was where he was stabbing some people in the face, some contractors action with rendered reality, and it was very entertaining. If you haven't seen Scion VR's channel, go to it, check it out because he's got some good gameplay. So
absolutely. Anyway, Roots, time is ticking down, and it's time to get into the weekly reminders, and we're going to start as we always do by reminding you all to join us right now in real time as we support our developer friends by wishlisting some of the games that we've talked about here today. Now, Roots, a couple of no-brainers on today's show for the wish list, but I'm not quite sure that they're both going to be on here. And I'm talking about, of course, the game from Mirrorwind, RU77, as well as the game from Something Awesome Games, Patagon: The Forbidden Island. Now, we should be able to find Patagon, I think. Let's hope. So join us, friends, here. I'm bringing up Steam in real time, and let's wishlist some of these games. It really is important for these developers to help get their games out there, get their profile to raise a little bit, if you will.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of games out there for sure that we are good to. I think RU77 would be one of my top ones that I want to wish list for sure.
Yeah,
I just think it looks really cool, man.
Nothing on Steam for that one yet. I mean, I didn't expect that. That's such in such early development right now that it wouldn't even have a Steam page yet.
Yeah. You're asking me if I'm 77. How rude, Paradise to say, or Decay says. I look old, but I'm not that old. Actually, I just hit 46. I feel like a young 46, maybe like at least 43.
It looks like Patagon does not have a Steam page as well. So, what are we going to wish list? I know what I'm going to wish list, Roots.
Star Shaman?
No, it's a game that we covered a few weeks ago that I thought looked pretty awesome. We just got a release date for it, Halloween, and it's a game called Hinge. And I'm very excited about this Hinge game. I think it looks amazing.
What about Jesus Raider? I can't believe we were talking about this last Halloween, dude. Like I thought that was
talk about it every week, dude.
Well, yeah, that's true. I do. I want it, dude. It looks so good. I don't know if I never think of what I can never remember what the name of the game is, but
it was damn it, now you put me on the spot. I can't think of what it's called.
Somebody knows. A young 49, right? Gamer chick. That's how I always feel. It's a young 46. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. Hinge, episode 1 from Arcadia. This game looks amazing, Roots. I'm definitely adding it to my wish list.
You know what? That's what's funny. Paradise Decay. He says we're all boomers here. It's like the VR community for the most part, and it's ranging now. It's starting to range a little bit more, but a good portion of us are in this niche of age, right? Which is weird. So
it's changing though. It's changing. The Oculus Quest is changing the demographic.
That's true. It's true. You know what? It's funny. I've gone to 2 or 3 customers over the last week and a half to 2 weeks, and have gone back after I've told them about the Quest 2, and they've pre-ordered it after I've talked to them, which is cool because I've gone in there and I must be doing something right because I'm just telling them everything about VR, and then I leave. I just drop the nugget and leave, and then I come back and they're like, "Yeah, I'm getting it." So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it's so much more accessible now. Used to, I mean, when we first got into it, you would tell people about VR, and they would be, yeah, but I don't have $400, $500, $600 to spend on a PSVR, or I don't have $1,000 to spend on a gaming PC. And now it's just like, you can get that for $300.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. I'm in. I'll go get one now, right?
Yeah, it's basically open to, because everybody's had that thought. Why, we pick up a new console or whatever. It's that equivalent, right? You can just go get a new console, and now you're in VR. So
yeah, it's awesome. It really is. It is the console for VR. You're absolutely right. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments down below, friends, what you all wish listed. I hope you all do it. I always ask people to leave a comment telling us what they wish listed. Nobody ever does it. I'm hoping that people actually do this because it does make a difference to the developers. And, without the developers, we wouldn't have all of these awesome VR games that we play. So, uh, if we're going to nickel and dime them by waiting for things to go on sale for $5, the least we could do is give them 30 seconds of our time and wish list their games, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, that's going to bring us into our second reminder, my favorite Roots weekly reminder. Free stuff and killer deals. And we got some pretty good deals this week. Got some free stuff too. First of all, as always, we're going to start off with our PlayStation Plus reminder. We just got the games for October. A couple of decent ones. Roots, Need for Speed Payback and Vampire. So both of these fairly polished, uh, pretty high budget titles for PlayStation 4, and both free this month with PlayStation Plus. So check them out.
Yeah, we need a Need for Speed in VR. I keep saying that. I want a game like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, who knows? Maybe with the VR on PlayStation 5, you'll get something like that.
Yeah, cool.
Also on the PlayStation Network now, coming into full release is the Mortal Blitz Combat Arena. And Mortal Blitz Combat Arena, free to play, Roots. Free to play. Anybody can play Mortal Blitz Combat Arena free of charge. And if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, there's some extra stuff on there, some extra goodies for you. One of them being the PlayStation Plus Special Pack #1, and the other one being the PlayStation Plus VIP Booster Pack. Don't ask me what's in these packs. I have no idea, but I did notice them on there for free. So those of you who are rocking PlayStation VR, check it out, and you can get this game for free regardless whether you're PS Plus or not. So
Yeah, free is always good. Cool. This actually looks pretty good. It looks like something.
Yeah, people say it's pretty good. They say it's a lot like Tower Tag, the way it plays.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, absolutely free on PlayStation VR. I don't even know if you have to have PS Plus to play online with this game. I think it might just be totally free, like Fortnite.
Oh, cool.
Now you can there are lots of ways to monetize this game. They're selling what looks to be like extra maps, like new maps to play.
Okay.
So if you want to get all the levels, you have to pay for it, but they give you the base game for free.
Yeah, see that? I don't like that. And I mean, there's a lot of reasons to like or dislike that. And I guess more dislike, but like once you do that, even one map, you're creating a conundrum of matching up, because then your player base is fractured. You know what I mean? Like you've got this map, I don't have this map. So you're queuing for maps that I don't have, so that means we cannot be queued together. We have to be separate. And then maybe I've bought this one, and you bought that 2 other ones. I mean, I can just imagine that
it's not an a la carte deal like that. They have 2 or 3 packs of maps, and there's like 10 or 15 maps in each one of them. There's a bunch of maps for it. Most people are just going to be playing the free ones. So I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue.
I just think just fracturing it at all, even if you have, I mean, I've seen that with the expansions of Call of Duty or whatever. And if you don't have the expansion, yeah, you can still play the game, but your pool of people to play goes down. It's just like if you buy like Black Ops 2, you can play Black Ops 2 still. You can still play multiplayer, but most people are playing the new Call of Duty. They're not in the old one. I just think I don't think that's a good idea, but that's just my opinion.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to Epic Game Store. Pretty solid titles on Epic Games this week, Roots. Abzu, as well as Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. So a couple of very polished, critically acclaimed titles.
Yeah, this Abzu is from the same people that did Journey, right? And it's supposed to be correct. The same similar experience. And I'm going to try to see if I can get into Vorpax and actually try to stream it at some point. Maybe today. I was going to do it last night, but Scion said do it tomorrow because I can actually watch tomorrow. So it looks cool.
Yeah, yeah, I think there's actually a profile already pre-made in the Vorpex for it as well. So,
Oh, cool. Well, then I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I really enjoyed Journey. I didn't tear up like Scion did because I didn't get the story. Like if I had known the story, I might have felt a little bit more emotional about it. So
right. Beautiful game, Journey. So I got to imagine Abzu is going to be beautiful as well.
yeah.
All right, moving on to Steam. Some decent sales on Steam. First of all, Roots Dreadeye, $4, and Dreadeye is one of those games that it's a horror game in VR that I have not played. I've never played Dreadeye, and it's intriguing to me because uh, I was having a conversation with some people on Reddit months ago about the best horror games in VR, and I went on my little spiel about Here They Lie and how cool and surreal it is. And months later, this guy leaves a comment on my comment. He just wanted to come in and tell me that he has the same taste in games that I have, and that he thinks that I would really enjoy some of the stuff in Dreadeye. And he says it's not the best game in the world, but there's some really cool parts in it, and that he thinks it would be worth my time.
Oh God, for $4, it's definitely worth it. I didn't even know what Dreadeye was so much so that I didn't even pull up a scene for it because I was like, "What's Dreadeye, dude? I don't know what that is." Four
Well, I
bucks.
mean, looking at the artwork of it and looking at looking at it graphically, it looks good. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's already in our library, by the way, as well.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out for sure.
Uh, anyway, Dreadeye $4, Falcon Age $15. Just released on Steam. Roots Falcon Age.
You know what's funny about Falcon Age? Okay, as I've seen, there's actually a lot of in the Discord people are, um, I know this is one of Mamefan's. He bought it again on Steam. I mean, he likes the game that much, and people are like, it's not enough. I don't know, it's a stupid Falcon. And people said they really like this game and they've picked it up or whatever. But these are the same people that were like, Epic? I ain't playing this game on Epic. Fuck that, man. Garbage Town. Now it's on Steam. It's like, okay, it's okay. I still don't get it. Epic is turning into being one of my favorite stores to go to. Even my son came in and was looking at the Epic Game Store, and he said he likes the way that the store looks better than the Steam store. It's presented better than Steam. So I don't know. I think it's weird, but Falcon Age, fist bumping a Falcon. Who doesn't want to fist bump a Falcon? And I kind of enjoyed it, what I played of it. So
Yeah, I think the thing with Epic is, and the Epic haters, it comes down to the same thing that we've seen all over gaming, and that is team affiliations. People identifying themselves with a certain, platform or genre, and I think most of the people that are hating on Epic, they identify themselves with the Valve team. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's unfortunate. A lot of good stuff on Epic, a lot of free stuff on Epic, and a better deal for small and independent developers on Epic. So I think that team affiliations aside, that I think it's a good thing that Epic's trying to break into the storefront.
yeah, that's just good for everybody, and we're getting good deals from them. So that's good.
Yep. But Grip, $6 on Steam Roots right now.
Yeah, there's no reason not to own this game now. I mean, it's. I mean, you could have got it for $2 from whatever game comp thing it was. Some people aren't comfortable using those websites. They want to do it
Yeah.
directly from Steam. Well, now you've got your $6 price tag. This game is clearly. I think it's almost worth a AAA game cost. Is how good it is. I mean, granted, it's been out for a while, and it's not gonna. I mean, it's just one of the best racing games in VR that I've played, especially one that's action packed where you're killing each other, and I don't know, it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Renlo, also out of early access Roots in the full release, $12.
Wow, yeah, actually, I think it was Radio Runt was saying something about Rinlo. He wants to check it out. He was not impressed with the demo, but it's definitely something that the full game is out now, and it's a lot better than the demo was, right?
Yeah, well, this whole game is about the environments. There's some pretty big, sprawling, epic environments in the game, and they expand as you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Journey for Elysium. A cool game, albeit short, but for $6, Roots, I mean, pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Especially, I mean, it's a good of a bit of a walking sim, but if you want the environment and a cool tale, it's cool, especially for $6.
I would say it's a puzzler. But there are some stretches in between the puzzles there, but a lot to look at here. A very interesting, dreamlike world that they've given us, and for $6, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I gotta stand corrected. Drillo says there is a reason to not own grip, and that is motion sickness. So I guess if you're prone to motion sickness, although you could do it in third person, right? You can have the third person car.
How many people do we know of that have gotten sick playing that game? It doesn't affect me at all.
Zero.
Like
I know nobody, but I mean, I thought Jarillo tried it. I think I bought Jarillo a copy of it. And have you tried third person, Drill?
It's very disorienting, but it isn't the type of thing that makes you sick, and at least that's my experience with it.
Yeah, the Chris Richardson. The trailer is disgusting, and I've said this over and over again. I don't get why they. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like I don't know. Weird.
Moving on to the Oculus Quest store, Roots. They have a bundle this week. Down the Rabbit Hole, A Fisherman's Tale, $23.
Wow, that's a really good deal, man. I mean, both of those games are worth probably that cost alone anyway, right? Especially Fisherman's Tale, and I'm still blown away every time this comes up, Wes. I gotta say it because it's gonna force you into playing this game. I think you need to play it. You are Mr. Puzzle, and the scale is so good that I want to go back. I never finished it. I got almost all the way, and it's just so different, and unique, and the puzzles make you think outside the box more than any puzzle game I've ever played, and then the story wrapped around it, super cool. I mean, it's right up your alley.
Yeah, it's an awesome game, and another one of those weird, dreamlike environments, of course, when you talk about Wonderland down there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely the Wonderland package for sure.
But moving on to the Oculus Quest Link store, Shadowpoint, $10, and Shadowpoint, an awesome puzzler, cross-buy, so you can buy it on Link and play it on your Quest standalone.
Oh, actually, I own that on Oculus, so I guess I'll be able to play that on the Quest too. Cool. That's what I'm kind of excited to check out, is what games do I already own that I don't even know because of cross-buy. How cool, right?
Yeah, there's going to be quite a few of them, I would imagine.
Yep.
Boiling Steel, a game that we talked about earlier. Just ridiculous value at $6, Roots.
Yeah, dude. This game I think it was worth what it cost to begin with, but $6 definitely makes it, I mean, it's a no-brainer. There's no reason not to own Boiling Steel.
No, that's true. And with the other game, RU77 in development, it starts to become clear now why they keep putting their games on such great discounts. They're trying to bankroll their next game, right?
Yeah.
So it makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah.
Pangman from Ivanovich Games. It's a fairly new game, Roots. $6 already.
Yeah, it's a weird game. Every time I see it, I still don't understand exactly what's going on. But I'm still waiting for the very new game of Onslaught to be $6. $4.99 actually. Gamertag special. I'm ready to pick it up.
Yeah, you might have to wait a couple months for that one, bro.
Yeah.
Layers of Fear, $18. And again, this is another cross-buy title. So if you buy it for Quest Link, you will get to play it on your Quest for standalone.
Nice. That's a good deal.
Yep, absolutely. Viveport has one new title this week, and we just talked about it a moment ago. Renlo is now available in its full version on Viport Infinity. So those of you who have Infinity can now check that out.
Yeah, cool. I'd like to actually see how the story ends. I need to go back into it and just play the whole thing because we only made it part way through, and I don't know if she ever finds her dad or not. Like I'm distraught, Wes.
Yeah, and we need to know if she ever meets back up with that awesome captain of that boat,
Yeah,
right?
that captain was just had so much empathy too. You know,
Yeah, he was he was so kind.
nice
Well,
gentleman.
I'm out of here. See
I'm
you
out of
later,
here.
little girl.
Laters. Yeah.
All right. So that's our normal group of sources for free stuff and killer deals, but I did include Amazon Prime Gaming in the lineup this week, Roots, because there's a few pretty cool games on it this week. First of all, Layers of Fear, not the VR version, but the flat version, free with Amazon Prime Gaming this week.
Yeah, well, like I just told you, man, I picked up Overload just one. I just noticed. I don't even remember. It was like a year ago. I said, "Oh my God, Overload's free." Had some kind of a thing from Twitch and didn't even. I just picked it up and didn't really touch it forever until yesterday, and it became like my baby. And so much so that Overgeez is going to pick it up. Radio Runt is saying it looks amazing to play in VR. So who knows what's out there and what games. It's pretty cool that they're giving them away, and it is one of the platforms that everybody seems to forget for some reason.
Yeah. No, I don't forget it. There's just they give away so many games. Most of them though are like really they're almost like 16-bit, like Super Nintendo type games. So I don't even pay attention half the time to what they're giving away. I just click on it and go on without even looking at it. Uh, but every now and then I'll notice games like this week that are really good, and we include it with the free stuff and killer deals. Kona Roots. Kona is free on Twitch Prime this week, and Kona is interesting because it's a game that you can purchase a VR patch for. I think Sion played Kona actually, but I'm not sure that you're going to be able to purchase the the VR patch for this since it's on the Twitch platform. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Maybe there's a way to do it I don't know about. But the flat version absolutely free on Twitch Prime.
It's weird. Yeah, I didn't know that you had to buy the patch. I guess it was one of those things that they made it, and that's just the way it made to pay for it, right? So
Yeah, it's just a couple bucks. It's not that expensive. It's normally people buy the game in a bundle. People that want to play it in VR, you can buy a bundle. It's generally pretty cheap.
Yeah, Jim Hall says he just claimed his first Twitch Prime game today. He's been ignoring them forever. Yeah, me too, Jim. I forgot all about it until somebody mentioned Overload yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I think I own that. And I literally couldn't remember which platform. I had to go through them all and then found out it was Twitch, and it's cool. So free game's free. That's good.
Yep. In addition to Layers of Fear and Kona, you can also get Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl on Amazon Prime Gaming, which is an old school beat 'em up style game that I actually watched John Riggs play not that long ago. It looks pretty cool.
Really?
For people of our generation. Will appreciate this style of game, and obviously I'm a big fan of Jay and Silent Bob as well. So that
I'll have to check that out. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's like a Mallrats Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Ray Pope says Anthony's streaming right now. As soon as we end, which will be seconds away, make sure you go over to VR365 and watch his stream for sure.
Yeah, Anthony. Somebody said it a moment ago. He's been going for about 45 minutes or something.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice. Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to bring us to our final reminder, and that is how you can support our channel. Of course, those of you who are new to the channel, if you would just consider giving us those clicks, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more, subscribe and click the notification bell to stay up with all of our content here on Virtual Strangers. For those of you who have been subscribers for some time and want to do a little something more to support the channel, of course, you can do so by supporting us on Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, $3 a week, that'd be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
$3 per month, you can gain access to our weekly show notes as well as the always awesome Money Show. And I want to go ahead and shout out our newest patron, Roots. We got a new patron on Patreon. It's Overgees. Overgees has joined the Patreon family, and I just wanted to go ahead and shout him out and say thank you. Thank you for the support, bro. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. He just told me he did that last night. I said, "Oh, nice. We're gonna have to shout you out." And then I looked at the show notes, and there was Over Jesus shout out. So Wes was already on it. We definitely appreciate it. You know, anybody that even just being here, we appreciate. You know, so if you don't, just supporting us by watching is and liking the video does more than anything. So we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We appreciate each and every one of you all that show up every week and participate. You guys are awesome. Anyway, the show's over, and maybe you're not ready for it to be over. Maybe you want the conversation to continue. Well, of course, the conversation always continues on our Discord. And if you scroll down to the description below, you will find an invitation to our Discord where you can find me, you can find Roots, you can find all of us in there pretty much 24/7 chatting it up about VR and life. So click the link, join the community, join the conversation.
Yep,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Yep.
Anyway, with that said, friends, we would like to thank you once again for watching. And for Roots, I'm Wes. We'll see you tomorrow, friends. Bye-bye.